Taking a look at travel trends, rebuilding is happening in the Bahamas. It's been about a month since Hurricane Dorian's power-packed winds caused $3 billion in damage and claimed more than 60 lives. Joining us from the Bahamas, the Honorable Dionisio D'Aguilar, Minister of Tourism and Aviation for the islands of the Bahamas. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Angie, so much for having me.
We would love if you could bring us up to date on how the situation stands right now in the Bahamas.
The storm was very strong, very devastating, and significantly impacted our two most northern islands in the Bahamas. For those that really don't know the geography of the Bahamas, we're about 550 miles long from the top down from the north down to the south. And our two most northern islands of Abaco and Grand Bahama received the full brunt of Hurricane Dorian, 185 mile an hour winds, gusts in excess of 220 miles an hour. So those two islands have received substantial devastation and are in the relief and recovery mode. But it's very important to get the message out that even though those two islands were devastated, the rest of the Bahamas emerged from this storm relatively unscathed. I'm sitting here in Nassau. It's a beautiful sunny day. The beaches are looking as wonderful as they ever did. The water is crystal clear. And so we're wanting to get the message out that much of the Bahamas was undamaged by the storm and is open and ready for our visitors to return and to come and see for themselves how truly beautiful our country is.
Tell us more about the impact that this is having on businesses in the Bahamas.
All of our major ports are opened. Our airports in Nassau and the rest of the islands are open and operating as normal. A lot of people go on a cruise vacation to the Bahamas. Our cruise ports are open. Tourism is so important to our economy. It generates so much employment here. It's so important for us to encourage people to continue to visit here. I think the reporting of what happened to the Bahamas might have confused the traveler, that the whole country has been impacted, and that certainly isn't the case. And so many of the businesses here are open. Certainly all of our major resorts, all of our excursions. If you come to Nassau and to many of our other islands, you wouldn't even know that a hurricane had come through the northernmost islands of the Bahamas. So continue with your plans, book a holiday, come and see our warm and friendly people, and of course, make an appointment to go and see our world-famous swimming pigs. Continue with your plans. Come to the Bahamas.
It's a relief to hear that there are sections of the Bahamas that are thriving. How can people help out?
Really, the best way to help us here in the Bahamas to bring about the restoration and recovery of those two northern islands of Abaco and Grand Bahama is to visit. This is what we're known for. This is what the Bahamas is famous for, is its wonderful beaches, its crystal clear water, its wonderful and warm and friendly people, its great facilities, hotels, conference rooms, convention centers. This is what we're known for. So the best way you can help us is to come on vacation to the Bahamas. Tourism employs 60% of the population here, drives 60% of the GDP. So if I could send out one clarion call, if you feel in your heart that you want to help the Bahamas, continue with your vacation plans to come here. You will meet, in most instances, if you come to Nassau and Paradise Island and the rest of the islands in the Bahamas, a country that you couldn't even tell a storm had passed through our northern islands. So come and visit. That's the best way you can help us.
Thank you so much for being on our show, and we do want to wish you the best, and hopefully we'll all see you in the Bahamas soon.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.